What's going on, everybody? Martin, Sam, the Nubinator, JC, JL, GLJ4, Blitz, Juan, Andre. See, what am I going to do after I finish up AP resets? I'm going to do whatever I want. It'll take me probably a month to get everybody dialed back in. And, of course, I'm going to redo all the hero and defense spotlights with the latest setups. And then I don't know what else. I'm probably going to have like 2,000 Ascension I need to farm. I think I got to apply some points here. I got carried on my first map. So I did the floor 51 already, but I got the free carry. Let's see. Who was this? This was Skyguards. Nubinator, thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Modder Mods, thanks for subscribing. Let's go 400 into hero health. I really want to be able to fill a category. Like, I want to be able to have all of the defense power and all of the defense health, and then that should make vampiric empowerment a little more valuable. So I'm going to have to look at that on heroes. And then I've got heroes like this one where I'm doing 2 different defenses with, which I'll probably still continue to do out of pure laziness. But like as a main, I've got this guy doing flame auras, but he also does lightning strike auras. So, I mean, that's what. You would need to be 12,000 Ascension to fill all 4 of those. Which seems a little bit much. Oh, congrats there, Jay. Thanks for subscribing there, Xander. I do appreciate you. Let's see, this is Weapon Mans and Reflect Beams. So since I'm not actually using Reflect Beams properly, I'm just using them as a last resort. I just go into Reflect Beam Health. If I was using them properly, I would go into Damage. And I'd have a proper relic on there, but it's only a matter of time now. They haven't changed weapon manufacturer in a long time, Dutchy. It was changed quite some time ago, like right after the Shocking Revelations first launched. There was a short time where it was ridiculously absurd, but it's been changed since then. It was changed, I mean, it's been several months since it was changed. Maybe you haven't played the game in a while. There's not really a best, Xander. It's all personal preference. You do exclamation next hero in chat. Yeah, it's been 1 second for months there, Dutchy. Months and months. I don't know when it was changed, but it's been multiple months. If you do exclamation next hero in chat, it will give you a link to Lightrayne's premium hero analysis. And that will help you make an educated plan on what you want to do with it. Ah, crap, I didn't need those 20 in there. This one's boosts only. I haven't even used a boost the last couple of resets, but I've got gear to use a boost if I want to. Let's see who else we got. Gobu is going to need some Ascension. But yeah, long before, I mean, just the elements have been in for a couple of months, right? On water? It was long before the change with water. The more recent change to weapon manufacturers is not a change to weapon manufacturers, but diminishing returns were added. It's been several months, at least 2 months on diminishing returns as well. Let's see. I think that is everybody, right? It was a rough drive there, Jay. It ended up turning into like 17 hours in the car. Through a blizzard. Alright, so we should be on floor 52. Yep, 52. Here we go. Get this knocked out. I got 29 maps, right? Because I did the first one already. So yeah, 29 more maps. And AP is done. And I cannot wait. I really enjoy doing the hero setups and the defense setups and everything. And playing with different stuff. And I'm going to be able to do that again. Right now, of course, doing the resets, I'm just stuck grinding the same thing. So you can't really set up multiple heroes. Getting a crappy map start up. Say, well, this is one of my reroll maps. Why is it so hard to get a good range mod? All you need is any range mod, though, Sam. You can reroll it. 1 out of 10 is just as good as a 10 out of 10 before you get rerolls. You know, just reroll that bad boy. Why is it my last reset? Because I'll be done. There's a done point for everybody. I'm at mine. I just don't see any benefit to going past 65. Those last 5 points, in my opinion, are just not worth having. It's not going to save me more time than I would lose by doing the 5 resets. So, with looking at it like that, I just don't feel like I should even bother doing the last 5. So, 65 is going to be it for me. So, I just need to get through these maps, and I will be at 65. You want to push as high as you can, Jay. That number is going to change for everybody. Your ascension doesn't matter, but as far as your floor, you want to push as high as you can. Just ignore your current ascension, though. It doesn't, it's a very, very little impact. So just go with the floors. I would say at a minimum, go to floor 55 or 60, but the higher you push, the better off you'll be. So, you know, if you're having an easy time, say at floor 60, keep on going. Floor 100's a bit of a stretch, but if you're capable of making it to floor 100, you'd be in a good place. The problem is you'd get to the ascension caps so quick. And depends on how many resets you want to do. Like if you only want to do 15 or 20 resets, then floor 100 is a great place to get to. But if you want to do more than that, then pushing past or pushing up that high on floors is just kind of a waste of time. If you were to, you know, it's a grind game, so it's a time management game. You're going to have to grind the game, period. So the best way for you to optimize your play is to optimize your time management. And with perfect time management, you would hit your last ancient power reset number that you want to get to at the same time as your ascension caps hitting 999. So that would be perfect time management. But, I mean, to each his own. You can go, the higher you go, the more AFK you can do your resets. I was resetting once or twice a day, Greg, but the last bunch of resets, I'm burnt out on it. You know, I'm not going to lie. It's grindy. It's grindy and it's boring. And I'm completely burnt out on it. So, I mean, if I was at a position to be done now, I would be more than happy being done now. I don't even want to do these last 29 maps. I mean, I'm motivated to do them now because there's light at the end of the tunnel. You know, I've got all I want to get out of Ancient Power. Yeah, I use Shatterquake. Shatterquake's a beast. Why? Because it's a beast. At Chaos 7, it's going to do over 1 million extra damage per second. It's a stackable dot. So, on lanes with multiple Earth Shatters, that Shatterquake is going to keep on stacking. And it gets to the point where it's complete absurdity. But just with one, it stacks up to over 1,000,000 DPS on something that's going to stay alive long enough for it to stack, of course. There's no new characters coming anytime soon, Mike. Not that I'm aware of. There's no new heroes in the works at all right now. I mean, of course there's gonna be more. It's a free-to-play game. The more heroes Trendy can make, the better off they're gonna be. But there's nothing in the works right at the moment. They got their new forums up and running today. I'm assuming we're going to get some update news tomorrow. I was hoping we were going to get some today, but I don't think we're going to. I think it'll be tomorrow. I mean, we might get a late post. Heavy is better for a nuke monk because it hits harder. I would be bummed right now, to be honest with you, Mike, if there was a new hero versus a new content. Having a new hero to do the same old stuff with would be just beyond boring to me. I mean, it would entertain you for a day, but that's about it. The problem we have now is there's nothing to do. That's not just grind the exact same thing. So, I mean, in my opinion, we need more content before we need more heroes. I would love to see a new game mode. A new game mode would be ideal. Well, you're struggling to stay interested in the game because of a lack of things to do, not because of the hero. You know, if you had more stuff to do, you'd be more than happy with your old heroes. I mean, new heroes are fun, don't get me wrong. I don't not want new heroes. I want new heroes. I want lots of new heroes. But I would really, really be excited if there was a new game mode first. Yeah, get, like Fisk said, get a survival going. Get additional rewards for mastery where it's worth repeating. I mean, there's lots of options. I mean, look at all the challenges in DD1. I mean, I know they got the incursions in DD2, but the incursions are not special. The thing with, like, the challenges and the special weapons in DD1 is they're good. You know, in DD2, do an incursion to unlock a weapon that's not as good as the general weapon that drops on any map. So it's, you know, those weapons are junk. So since they're junk, why would you want them, you know? But that's one of the challenges where incursions are just nothing. PvP would be fun, but it's just a matter of who would play it, you know? I mean, there's lots of people that say they would play it, but look at DD1. Those PvP matches didn't get much action. I would imagine if you were playing DD1 now, you'd have to have a group of people to play to even get a PvP match going. Where there's, you know, DD1's got tons and tons of survival runs and everything else going public right now. In fact, I would go as far as to say, even with half the player base, if you looked at the DD2 war table versus the DD1 or the DD1 matchmaking screen, right now, I bet there would be more public games going on DD1. Yeah, there's a new big update coming, Blood. We just don't know when or what. We're supposed to get some info potentially tomorrow. Maybe later today. I mean, I'm hoping we get it this week. There's no guarantee we'll get the info this week, but it's been teased that we will. So, hopefully. Yeah, all ground trap SARs and nodes get stunned there, Blitz. Weapon mans are no different. The key to cyborgs is one of two things, or one of three things. First off would be the obvious. If the cyborg stuns traps, R's, and nodes, then don't use traps, R's, and nodes. And that would be the obvious choice. You know, build with towers, and then the cyborg is powerless. But you can outrange the cyborg by going with really big range, or you can use tenacity. See, that's the thing, Juan. I mean, people would enjoy it, but not enough people would play it, I think, for it to be a viable gameplay option. When you put PvP into a PvE game, it's, you know, it's hit or miss. And it would be the same way with DD2. Either people would love it or people wouldn't play it. I'm at 64 right now, OG, going for 65, so this is it. After this one, I'll have 28 more maps, and I'll be all done, and I cannot wait. I'm ready to spend all them crafting materials I've been saving up, and get heroes all dialed back in, and then get the farm going now that I got all this gold and XP bonus. Getting 300% plus. What, it'll be 325% when I'm all done. Bonus gold and XP. So getting the ascension levels and the gold will be very, very easy. And that'll be nice. You know, sniper gonna... Oh, he got wrecked. My destruction is gilded. So yeah, it's better than a regular destruction. There's no reason to go to 100, Craven. There's no points past 70, and the last 10 points are a joke. So, I mean, in all reality, there's not much of a point to go past 60. But there's certainly... I mean, I'm not going into Ancient Builder at all. That's a complete joke. I put the 3 points in it the other day on stream just to test it. But these 5 points here will go into Ancient Respawn, and there will be 0 into Ancient Builder. I don't build during combat phase, so that's just a complete non-issue. What's the minimum Onslaught Flare to get 999 caps in one reset? I'm not sure. It'd be pretty high. I mean, not super high, not ridiculous. They add more points, they add more points. I mean, I'm not saying this is the last Ancient Power reset I'll ever do. I'm hoping the Ancient Power system changes. I mean, I've done my last... You guys got to realize, this is the 3rd time I've done my last Ancient Power reset. I went to 12, or no, I went to 14 and said I would never do another one. Then I went to 42 and said I would never do another one. And now I'm at 65, saying I'll never do another one. So, I mean, I'm sure there will be more Ancient Power in the future. It's just not going to be right now. I want to do other things. Alright, let's see. Proximity and Spellbreaker. That's a crappy combo. Well, it's a crappy combo when you got only a few heroes. If I had Earth Shatter, or Explosive Traps set up, it'd be a non-issue. Yeah, see, I just did... I mean, I did those 30-second build timer ones without a problem, without having it, so I just don't see needing it. Alright, we got Timmy here. Timmy? Let's give Timmy some poison, huh? Let's give him a double dose. Double dose of the poison to the face. Then we need something to do the killing. How about a couple of flame arrows to do the killing? I think that'd be pretty good. They're all different, Shane, but like a Gilded Destruction, goes up to 42%, where regular destruction is, what, 34? So it's 8% higher. What's going on there, Obers? How you doing? So, I mean, not every shard is really worth gilding. I mean, if you've got the resources, if you've got the gold and you've got the shards, why not? But they're not all really worth gilding. As a general rule, definitely do your defense-related shards first, because your hero-related shards are just not going to be important to have those gilded. See, front line over here. Pretty easy map. I like the lanes. There we go. We'll go with that and call it good. Upgrade both of these. I think this will just hold out. Nah, Florida 123 wouldn't get you there. The thing is the caps, they made the points much more valuable. So it's not just about the ascension caps anymore. It is about the points as well. So your question with Ancient Power is the first thing you want to decide is how many times do you want to reset? You can't figure out what floor to push to until you know how many times you want to reset. If you want to reset just once, just for the points, just for the ascension caps, I mean, it'd be better than nothing, but you're gonna be losing quite a bit of strategy. Just works on the ranged flyers there, Blood. So anti-range, as far as ranged mobs go, lightning bugs are ranged and wyverns are ranged. Kamikazes and kobolds are support. So just the wyverns and the lightning bugs. It would be cool if there was just an anti-flyer mod. I mean, there is kind of for heroes, but not for towers. Little shitty gobs coming. He's wrecked. I think this is going to be an AFK round here. What's going on there, Cat? How you doing? Yeah, I'm so looking forward to getting done with this. I want to get back to making spotlights and just playing the game 100% for fun. That and, you know, not having a grind that I feel like I'm dedicated to completing on a daily basis or whatever is going to free up time for me to play other stuff too, which I'm excited about as well. I miss out, my DD2 addiction makes me miss out on way too many good games. The new Subnautica had a little update I still haven't played. Astroneer has actually got a goal and a point of getting to in the game now, which I still haven't played. There's just lots and lots of stuff. What's going on, Emmy? You got 22 plane motes? I'm buying up plane motes like crazy. My stats are all crap. There, gamer. There's no point in me showing stats. I'm using throwaway relics. You guys know the deal. Oh, I'd love to play some Monster Hunter World there, Herbrand. I just am not going to spend $60 on it. It's expensive. The Dryad is one of the strongest heroes in the game. Would be my thoughts on the state of the Dryad. There's very few that can sustain the DPS that the Dryad's capable of putting out. And her towers have always been good. So yeah, Dryad's a machine. I can't imagine there'll be any other major changes with her in the near future. I mean, who knows? I'm actually short. I've got 2,800 plain motes saved up right now. And it's not enough for me to do everything, so I'm going to have to do some mote farming. What's going on there, Bud Daddy Gaming? How you doing? I'm gonna do my main defenses and some of the stuff. Whoops! Let me rinse my feet off here real quick. Well, see, the problem there, Puck, is there's lots of sketchy websites out there that sell sketchy keys. Now, I'm not saying that Instant Gaming is one of those companies, but it's not one I've ever heard of before. And being in the gaming business and never have heard of that company before does not give me much hope that it's not a sketchy type company like G2A or whatever. I mean, they're known to screw over developers. Not, like I said, Instant Gaming I've never heard of, so I don't know that that's the case, but... So yeah, I don't support sites like that. I'm not going to give them any of my money. If it's not legit, I ain't doing it. It's not a matter of whether or not it works. It's a matter of, is it legit, and is it screwing over the developer? I can get a cracked version that'll work, but that would obviously be very wrong. So, I mean, I'm not against using something other than the mainstream sites, but it's just gotta be legit, and I gotta know it's legit. And legit by meaning it's approved by the company that developed the game. So, I mean, I'm patient. I can wait for it to go on sale legit. Sadly, I missed the recent, the last two sales for Monster Hunter World. Yeah, it's just not a very good idea. There, Fisk. I mean, I got plenty of games to play right now. There's not an issue on not having something to play. I actually have more games to play than I have time to play them at the moment. No one responded to you the last time you asked, Sam, so I'm guessing there's probably not going to be anyone that responds to you this time. Generally, stream chat is not the best place to look for trades. You should try the DD2 Discord. They've got a actual trade channel there. Monster Hunter World that franchise has been around a long time. It's a grind game as well, but it's a go out and kill monsters type thing. I was a little bummed with Anthem personally. The Division 2 open beta starts tomorrow. I was pretty excited about Anthem at first, but when I played it, it made me want to play more Warframe. We all done with this floor. It didn't... The combat was really cool. I don't have links to their channel, Sam. You'll have to find it on your own. The DD2 Discord is not a safe place, so I don't link it. It's Egoville. There's some good people there, don't get me wrong, but I'm done linking the DD2 Discord. I filtered many people to the DD2 Discord to all get offended in some way and then send me complaints because I'm the one who invited them to the Discord, so there will be no more of me linking to the DD2 Discord, sadly. I didn't have any lag or glitch problems with it personally, Jay. But that might be, I might be closer to where their test server or whatever is. My problems with Anthem were the UI was kind of poo. Let's see, let's do this and double dip on the flyers. The UI was kind of crappy. The combat, the flying combat was cool, and the launcher type weapons, the abilities were, the graphic on them was insanely gratifying. Looked just super cool with the little missile, like doing the sidewinder through the air thing. I mean, there's aspects of it I really appreciated, for sure. I'm just worried. I think the Division 2 is probably going to be the same way. And I played the Division 1 quite a bit and had a good time with it. But I get the general opinion that the game is going to be a bust. And I don't feel like that's good enough for the Flyers. Here, we'll do that too. Anthem really should have rethought their UI. I mean, I'm not, you know, well, I mean, obviously I'm not opposed to a grind game. I play DD2 for God's sakes. But I just want the grind to feel more gratifying, you know? Let's see. Is that going to be good? Let's just go with one more just to be safe. Let's see. Nothing in the mid. We got some flyers over here. They're all reskins. Pretty much, huh? Let's see. EMPs with a Frosty Berserker fodder down below it. Let's get that in there. What's going on, Rainbow? How you doing? Go with a little spawn camp on the Flyers. There we go. Alright, then Frosty Berserker fodder. It's armored. Lots of fire. Let's give him lots of fire. Wish I had some fishers in there too. But don't have fishers yet. Yep. Looks like this guy's without ascension too. Better fix that. I don't want a train wreck here. I'll be getting more spotlights and stuff going as soon as I'm done with this reset there, Shane. I mean, it's going to take me a while to get my gear dialed back in. But the next few weeks, there will be more coming. That is for sure. I enjoy doing that stuff, you know? I mean, it's very fun. I like the experimentation aspect. Trying different things and seeing if we can't make them work, you know? Let's do that. Alright, Mega Squad Beta, Throwers and Healers, and Hex Frost Controlled Burn down below. Actually, shouldn't be too terrible. I should just go one node here, huh? Save the DU. Actually, I can split this area. Let's just save even more DU. It's a bit too spawn campy for my liking, but I'm sure we can make it work. Let's see. Just one big shared area. I didn't have flyers, did I? No. Alright, so that leaves me 240 for that lower lane. I feel like I need more up here. 8 cyborgs. I feel like I need something up there with those cyborgs. Let's get a PDT. That'll help out. This one should be good with that proximity. It's going to give us more damage. The first one I'll do is a nuke monk, because I play it so much and all of the nuke monk videos on my channel are outdated now. So that will be the first one. I'm not going to be pumping them out until after this next update comes. I don't want to make a bunch of hero spotlights just for them to be outdated instantly. And we know we've got an update date on the way. Yeah, you're going to go way further than I have in me there, Fisk. 20's great. Everybody has their own number. You know, if you ask Fisk, I'm stopping too early at 65. But there's other people with 10 that are more than content. You know, so there's nothing wrong with having 20. There's nothing wrong with never resetting at all. You know, it's an optional thing in the game. You can get lots and lots of hours out of DD2 without ever doing an Ancient Power reset at all. Well, there's 10 different mods they're seeking. It's one of those 10 mods, so as far as its rarity, it'd be a 10% chance to drop. As far as probability, that means what? To get one, you'd probably have to run it 100 times? Something like that. If you ran it 100 times, you'd probably have a really high probability chance of getting it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add a little to this. What got added on? Frosty Fodder got added on. So, let's get some fire. Needs more fire. It leaves me 80. There we go. Perfect. I don't know if I'd call it perfect, but it will work. I am confident that it will work. Yeah, Proton Beam is AoE. It'll hit up to 10 targets. And water, yeah. Water, you drench enemies, and then drench enemies that get hit by storm. Oh, there is no good enough, Cat. It's like I said, each person, there's nothing wrong with never resetting, and there's nothing wrong with grinding resets. I mean, every person is going to have their own goal. It's not a matter of, it doesn't require any sort of strength. It's just a matter of, do you want to grind? And do you want to go through the repeatable process to have lots of additional power way, way down the road that you don't feel right away? So, I mean, that's really the question you have to ask. But I mean, it's not for everybody. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you can get lots and lots of hours of enjoyment out of DD2, never resetting. And I mean, that should be the #1 goal, of course, is having fun. That's true, but not true. Raising your minimum ascension will make you stronger. But those ascension caps don't do anything for you until you grind all that out. So, I mean, it's not instant gratification is the thing. It's not like a game where, like, you instantly feel more powerful for doing it. Sigard Womp Womps. We've been ballistaing the crap out of the place. Let's continue that ballista madness. That's not a ballista. Let's get a ballista boy out here. That's a ballista. Get an LSA in just for giggles. No berserkers. Your minimum ascension gets raised from depending on what onslaught floor you push to prior to doing resets, Lucifer. So minimum ascension means your ascension never goes below that point. So my minimum ascension is, I don't even know. Let me see. Where is it? It is 3912 is my personal minimum. Alright, let's get this all jacked up. We hit that one already. They won't. I'm confident that they won't, Mega Rocket. Trendy's made some really bad mistakes in their game. Focusing too much on the 1% of players out there that have 1 million hours a week to grind and do DD2. And I think they realize how big of a mistake that was. And I expect new updates to be more friendly towards all players and not just catered to endgame. I mean, let's be honest, it's like 1% of the player base. If something requires, you know, and how is 65 resets not a lot? I mean, come on, you guys are acting like I'm stopping at 2. I've done 65 Ancient Power resets, for God's sakes. Cut me some slack here. But, I mean, I just don't anticipate Trendy adding more stuff in that's going to cater to that 1%. I mean, they may. But I think that is what has dropped their player base substantially now. Is it's not, you know, there's too many super far off long-term goals that you don't get any sort of gratification for right away. And that, of course, is going to turn away new players. Bastille Mesta. Stuck. Imagine that. Come on out, little Bastille Master. Come blow me up 16 times before I kill you. The end game is set, pretty much. I mean, you can't get any more end game than a game mode that can't be beat. There needs to be something else, in my opinion. You know, how you get that gear? Yeah. I mean, if there was different game modes, there was something else other to do than to mindlessly grind Onslaught. That in the gating system they have in my opinion, is just atrocious. I mean, if I was capable of logging in and doing a floor 900, I probably would have never reset Ancient Power. I would have sat there and struggled trying to complete it. But having to do 900 floors to get to the point to do floor 900, oh man. That's like, there's very few people that are going to have enough time to do that. Or enough will to do that. Considering it's just so grindy and monotonous. They've made it pretty easy now, Mega Rocket, in comparison. When Ancient Power originally started, what Marco's did was 100% AFKable, though, Mr. Toxic, as you gotta realize. I mean, Marco's put in the ridiculously absurd time commitment. But what's there now is not is not AFKable like that. But, I mean, when Ancient Power first started, a fast Ancient Power reset was getting it done in 24 hours. Now, I mean, someone just new starting to the Ancient Power system can have their first AP reset done in a matter of just a few hours. Me, at the top end of the AP reset, it's taken 6 to 7 hours to do one AP reset. So, I mean, it's changed drastically compared to what it used to be. You know, at the high end of the scale, I can do 4 AP resets in the same amount of time that it used to take me to do one. So I can't imagine them making it any less than that. I mean, you gotta have some kind of time commitment to do a reset, or it's just nothing special about it. Malthus, come on out, little Malthus. Your big old head gonna get stuck. And yeah, Malthus is coming. I don't know. I'm just hoping they add in more DD1. Give more DD1 flavor. You know, give us some challenges. Give us a survival mode. Give us some different gameplay. You know, make it so that you could sit down and play for 4 or 5 hours and never play the same game mode twice. You know, I mean, that would be just awesome. You know, having lots of options. You know, the thing that makes DD1, you know, obviously they both have their ups and downs, but DD1, the gameplay is just better. It just is. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Now, the graphics in DD2 are obviously way better. The quality of life in DD2 is way, way better. But the basic gameplay and structure of DD1, it's just a better game. If they could combine the two and give us more DD1 flavor into DD2, it would be a beautiful thing. Well, that's the thing, Carmine, is the game's coming out on its 3rd year of release. I mean, you know, what's the old saying? Shit or get off the pot? Either fix it or give us DD3, for God's sakes. One of the two. There's no real information there, Prod Hero, but that's what they've teased at. We don't really know exactly what that entails, but yeah, there's going to be some improvement to shard acquisition. Like I said, we don't know exactly what that is yet, but anything's going to be better than nothing, you know? I'm excited to see what they have. I mean, I'm at the point now where I don't really need any more shards, but getting like a few more Gilded Destruction shards would be good. I think Gilded Destructions are the lowest of like the high-end shard gilding. Nah, it wasn't that long, Carmine. Within 4 years of DD1 being released, it had already been handed over to the community development team. It didn't take that long. I mean, let's see. Let's look at... Let's see. Let's take a peek at DD1. Release dates and whatnot. Let's see. DD1 released October 18th, 2011. Hmm. 2012. Wow, it's quicker than I thought. It was 1 year. 1 year. There's no DLC that released later than 1 year of DD2's or DD1's launch. Or no, there's one. Tinkerer's Lab was 2 years, but there was a long gap. Tinkerer's Lab was, yeah, it was, Tinkerer's Lab was almost 2 years. But most of the DLC for DD1 is 2012, and DD1 released in 2011. So yeah, it feels like it had been that long, but it wasn't that long. I didn't really know. I didn't start playing DD1 at launch. It took me a while to come around. I was a big Orcs Must Die guy. And Orcs Must Die and DD1 released within 1 week of each other, believe it or not. And I was a big Orcs Must Die fan, so I played tons of OMD. And then I had a buddy, Toucan Sam is this guy's name. You all can thank him for what I do for DD2 now, because he's the one who got me really excited about DD1. He's got a YouTube channel with like 60 subscribers. But he is the guy, pardon me, that completely got me into Dungeon Defenders. Toucan Sam. I played DD1 with him for... Oh, I bet I played at least 500 or 600 hours specifically with him. My gold Drago's in the bank. I'm leveling up different pets right now. Well, you gotta remember, Prot Hero, that shards were around a lot longer than gilding has been. So, I mean, I had a bunch. The day gilding became a thing, I had tons and tons and tons of shards sitting, ready to gild, you know? So you can't really compare it like that. If I was starting fresh right now to get to where I'm at now, oh man, it would be an absolute ridiculous amount of time. Dark-minded, what's up? Crap, I gotta check on that. I think I might have a pet ready to level now. You can get golden pets from Mastery Mode is the only way to get them currently. Orcish Horde with Armored. Thank you very much for the freebie. We'll take it. Did I buy it from someone? Did I buy what from someone? My Golden Drago? No. You don't buy a Golden Drago. Trendy has to give it to you specifically. I mean, the price right now on the Golden Drago is... Well, the price that I was offered and turned down was 1.5 billion. Billion. Not million. Billion. So, I mean, the price on a Golden Drago would be in the 2 billion range. It would be at max gold cap, would be the price of a Golden Drago. Yeah, poison's better than fire in my opinion, Omni, but people say that fire is good too. I like poison better. The drive was really, really brutal, Dirk. I saw your question there. I was avoiding it. I don't want to think about it. There was a massive winter storm that had hit the Pacific Northwest. Like, in some towns, it set records. And I drove through it. It was not fun. It turned what could have been like a 12-hour drive into about a 17-hour drive that I did straight with no sleep through terrible, terrible weather conditions. Why did Trendy give it to me? I don't know, it might have something to do with the 2,500 videos I've made about Dungeon Defenders 2 over the last 5 years. I mean, I've been pushing DD2 for a long, long time. They're just 19. Plus, I've got hundreds of hours into free labor for Trendy and testing various things for them. And I mean, I put in my time, dude. Oh, it's over now, Darks. It's all good. And my sleep schedule is the only repercussion from it now. Because I got home about, what, 1 p.m. yesterday? Finally made it home, but hadn't slept in 36 or 40 hours, something like that. So instantly passed out, you know? And then woke up like right at midnight, or right before midnight. So it'll take a couple days to get me all dialed in there. Nice, Omni. I start that one at 23, the King's game. There's no partnership with Trendy. There's the Casters Guild, but the Casters Guild ain't going to get anybody a Golden Drago. It gives you the codes. The codes I give away are from my partnership with Trendy. The giveaway codes I have. You can't get a Golden Drago just 19. That's basically all there is to it. The only way currently to get one at all would be to go through multiple survey schedules in the RPG group, which would probably take you a year. I don't know. It depends on how many RPG tests they have. But if you were a active RPG group member for probably a year, and then got accepted into the RQA group, which is Remote Quality Assurance, and did that for a year on top of it, you would probably get a Golden Drago. Yeah, you still have to do them there, Joe. If you have maximum tenacity on anything, a Chaos 8, 10 to 10 tenacity, you can use tenacity to bypass it. Explosive poison stacks between different accounts, but not different heroes. So, like, say Omni and I are playing, we can both throw down a PDT and the poison will stack. But if I use 2 different Huntresses and put 2 of them down, it will not stack. It's an account-based thing. I wouldn't put any elements on PDTs until we find out what's happening in the next update. Common sense would tell us all that the PDT is going to be attuned to the poison element, as poison is being added as an element. So PDT will be like a flame aura or whatever. Where like a flame aura is elementally attuned to fire. A PDT, I mean, we don't know. We're going to have to wait for the update to see, but like I said, common sense would say, yeah, it's going to be attuned to poison. So I personally wouldn't suggest playing with any elements on your PDTs right now that you're not willing to just lose the mod and scrap when the PDT gets changed. If and when it gets changed. No, that's not really a Nuke Monk kind of thing. They're just 19. I mean, you could use it if you were playing melee, but remember, that's a melee range thing. And it's not something that you set off, it's timed on its own. So it's better for heroes that are always in melee range, like a barbarian or whatever. Well, Joe, I'm just a few resets away from never touching, or I'm just a few maps away, pardon me, to never having to touch a brazier again. I'll run it with you, man. We'll go brazierless. It's like going braless, but different. Explosive poison, I use it sometimes and I don't use it other times. It's a good shard. but it's a situational shard. It depends on how you want to use it and what is in front of you. Like, say this lane, for example. We got a real tight area where the mobs all have to filter through. This lane would be a great lane for explosive poison. This lane, however, unless you get them right here at the spawn, the mobs spread out a little bit out here. So explosive poison would not be as good. So it's a situational thing. Only like 60 resets away. Explosive finale, I don't remember. Ballistas have always been good. They're dark. They're very, very powerful. What floor are we on? 55. Some very knowledgeable DD2 players would say that the Ballista is the strongest tower in the game. I've heard that from several people who really know their stuff about the game. I don't know if I personally would call it the strongest overall tower in the game, but I do know some people who do, who know their stuff. I've told you all the whole time, the whole reason I haven't used ballistas very often over the last several years is I miss DD1 ballistas. I want them to go pew 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 super fast. I don't like this shoot, shoot, shoot. I want to see that string of ballista bolts flying through the air, you know? I'm very biased on my ballistas. But you can't deny their power, and that's why I've been using them for these resets. Well, like I told you before, Prod Hero, I had lots of rates prior to gilding being a thing. So I didn't start from scratch, so I don't know what that number is. When shard gilding became a thing, I had like 70 defense rate shards already saved up. The weak points are headshots and roller butts, but the headshots are almost impossible to nail down properly. I've actually, to this day, I've only seen one player doing it right, and that's Pandinator. I tried myself and couldn't quite get it down. I mean, obviously the roller butts are easy mode to hit, but headshots and roller butts, but the headshot box is absurdly small. What I suggest with the weak point mod is throw it in the trash, because it's a pain in the butt to either set up or learn how to use. It's not a plug it in and go kind of thing. Kind of like Ancient Power, no instant gratification. Alright, we got Kursakazi Timmy. That's not very nice. Kursakazi Timmy, jeez. I'm gonna have to watch this lane. The one for Arc Lightning just straight up increases the Arc Lightning damage. Arc Lightning is not aimable, so that would not be an option with that mod. I mean, with rollers, anything is an option, but as far as standard mobs go, Arc Lightning is not aimable. You have to aim at the weak points. It doesn't. No attack will automatically go to their weak points. There is no default aimbot like that. Let's see, do we have... No throwers over there. Oh, we got Dreadbones too. I'm getting all the big AoE lanes here. Mega Squad Zeta. Let's give the Omega Squad Zeta the ballista treatment. Let's See, it sucks here we got long shot, because that's like a perfect proximity lane. I haven't bought any heroes with gems. I bought heroes with defender medals, and I've won heroes. Or gotten codes for heroes. Man, I'm out of DU, huh? Overbuilt. I'm overbuilt by a lot. Get rid of one of these ramsters. I don't know why I keep going 3 flame auras. Because I want 3 there, is why. Hit strong and pile it on. Alright. Only 52 of them. Let's do this. We got pile it on as well, so we'll get a little benefit to the poison. I'm using throwaway gear, Dark-Minded. There's no point in me showing anything, because all of my gear I'm using is trash. Every bit of it. Examples. It's all junk gear. It's all throwaway gear for ancient power resets. With ballistas, use Piercer Servo plus anything else. Piercer Servo is what you want. Let's see, I think that's all I got. Let's hit that one, and then come back up here. Or not come back up here. Try not to come back up here anyway. In a perfect world, I'd use Piercer Servo, Anti-Melee, and Anti-Chaos, probably, on a Ballista. Or Piercer Servo, Anti-Melee, and Defense Rate would be a strong mod selection if it was 10 out of 10, because then I could eliminate a mod slot and get more power out of them. I did, Joe, and then I found I didn't need it. I set the alt up. I actually did my first AP reset after coming back with the alt. And then just for giggles, I tried doing a full AP reset just in campaign gear. And having the 3900 Ascension plus all the gilded mods, or gilded shards and everything, in all 10 out of 10 mods, it made it so I could just go through it in campaign gear. So I said to hell with it and started doing with these throwaway items. I've done all the resets with these throwaways. It makes the matches go a little quicker, not having to tab to other accounts, you know. Let's see. I'm on 56 now. So what, 23 more? Was that right? Yeah, I think. Oop, God dang it. Habit. Upgraded the Ramster. There you go, Omni. That one's for you. I upgrade Ramsters on purpose when I'm playing with Omni just to trigger him. What's going on there, Ali? No, you should never use elements on any physical defense. Unless you have a second to use as physical. Physical defenses are a big part of doing onslaught mode. And there's very few physical defenses in the game. So never put an element on a physical defense because it turns it into magic damage. So you lose the benefits of having it as a physical defense. What's going on, Cole? Nah, I don't plan on pushing Onslaught again. It was beyond boring. I mean, I'll do some Onslaught, but I'm not gonna like try to push floors or anything. It's too boring. It's too grindy, too repetitive, and takes too long to get to a point where there's any challenge. If I could load into Onslaught and just instantly load into floor 500, yeah, I'd do it. But since I can't do that, I'm not going to put the time in to grind all the way through that again. If I did that, I would be missing out on some other awesome game. And I'm not going to allow myself to miss out on any more awesome games because of DD2. Onslaught is a broken system currently, in my opinion. It's not friendly to groups. It's not friendly to new players. And it requires a massive grind just to get to a point where there's any challenge. You can look at the numbers that are rolling up. White numbers are physical, purple numbers are magic, and red numbers are crits. So you see all purple numbers over here? It's because it's all magic damage on that lane. Over here you'll see white and purple. The purple is the weapon man's. The white is the ballistas. Oh, I'm playing more than 2 games right now. Uh-oh, uh-oh. God dang it. That's what happens when I snooze and don't watch the lane. That works at first there, just 19, but you can't AFK too far. You'll just get to a point where you have to play actively. Or have to at least get in and get all your stuff upgraded. And with the current, no genies in DD2 versus DD1, so to get everything upgraded, you gotta do it, If we had a genie where we could get everything upgraded in one wave, that'd be awesome. Alright, Shane, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Get some sleep, dude. Get some sleep. I'll be doing some hero spotlights on the monk here real soon, Heather, but you'd have to be more specific. If you have a question on any of the monk's defenses, you can check my hero spotlights playlist. And it's got complete guides for each defense. My damage guides are not currently up to date. Well, happy birthday there, Scar. Cody, what's up, what's up? I've been good. No complaints. I just answered that. So, no, I don't have a guide for the monk right now. There's old monk builds that all the shards are still correct, but the mod setups are not. I think Mercure is actually probably ready to level. I should have looked at that. I'm missing out on some pet levels, I think. Maybe. Let's take a look. Yep. I'll go out the tavern after this one and get my beer cure squared away. Can't be missing out on them free pet levels. I'll be doing everything. They're cool. As soon as I get done, I plan on setting up every hero and every defense. So I'll have a spotlight, a new updated spotlight on every single defense and hero. Tuesday through Saturday at noon Pacific time there, Scar. Every day at noon, basically. Oh, god dang it, man. I'm so tempted just to re-roll this stupid thing. But I'm too far in now. I just don't want to pay attention. I want to stare off to the side. And I want to look at chat. I don't want to watch what's going on the screen in front of me. You'll get 20 junk ultimates for every good ultimate you get, Omni. That's without a doubt. Alright, must pay attention. I don't want to pay attention, but I guess I'm gonna have to. Either that or sit here and spray down this lane, one of the two. I did a Moonbase run late last night. I wanted to do something a little brainless. Moonbase is like... the pros say that that's the grind map to go to. But you can almost fully AFK Moonbase up until... I mean, once you get everything upgraded. You can fully AFK Moonbase up until, like, probably wave 30. You have to start paying attention. And I was, like, on wave 32, and I tabbed out. Tabbed back in to a loss. No do-overs in DD1. I don't know. They're dark. I'm still feeling a little bit broken, to be honest, since after that trip. I got lots of... I'm an old guy, you know? If you park me in a car in a winter storm for 17 hours, I feel it for a few days. So I'm kind of mildly in pain today. I got some heavy-duty cramps going on, and my back hurts. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to go as long as I can, but I'm not going to say how long that's going to be, just because I just don't know. I mean, I might be done in 2 more maps. I might make it 2 more hours. Who knows? Fisk? That's why Fisk doesn't go outside. That's fair. Flying high after campaign, you want to go to adventure mode. Basically, it goes campaign, adventure mode, and then you could start either onslaught or expeditions, and those are kind of lateral progression. I got started a little late today too there, Scar, because of my whole sleep schedule train wreck. I was an hour late. Joe had that Arizona snow for 12 hours, and now it's gone for another 18 years. Well, thanks, Sir Carmine. Glad you enjoyed the content. I have to watch old Shieldy Gobs, because he is coming. Or nope, he died. Or no, he didn't. That was a different one. I was looking at the wrong blip on the map. He's in the top right. Let's go get him. Yep, he did. Didn't need to after all. It's a flare cosmetic, Heather. If you open up your hero screen, you'll see one tab for costumes and another tab for accessories. And that is an accessory. I like it. Little piranhas going munchy munchy. Hot again in a couple weeks. I tell you what, it pounded snow in the Northwest. We didn't really get a whole lot here where I live. I live right on the coast, of course. It only snowed maybe an inch here. Yeah, all my gear's campaign, Scar, because I'm doing ancient power resets, and I don't want to invest a bunch of gold and crafting materials into something that I can do without investing all that. Oh, no problem, Heather. Feel free to ask Whatever you want. Alright, got us some gray stone. Let's see. We get anything good? Of course not. It's Onslaught. There's nothing good in Onslaught. Obviously, already. Oh crap! I forgot to fix the pet. Good call there, Joe. I don't want to leave out of a good map though. It's such a good, smooth map to run. I'll go one more. Sorry, Bear Curie, you're gonna get neglected. One more map. Got a long shot in that lane. I think this one will be fine with just that. Actually, 2 nodes is kind of a waste here too. Let's just go 1 node. There we go. That should get it. See, now this one has got long shot, and I want all this ground stuff up here for the flyers, because I can double dip, but I'm going to have to put something else back here. Well, you know what? It's been... ballistas have been the thing. Let's continue with that. You know what? I'm going to move them up further too, to hopefully avoid the flyers here. Yeah, we got EMPs there. I'll do that too. Hi, rollers. Well, hi, rollers. How are you? Didn't see that lane. If I'd have saw that lane, I may have gone back out and fixed my pet anyway. Alright. I think we are good to go. Let's see, I'll throw one more ballista up here for giggles. Remember, Miss Miracle, Onslaught is about building the right defense for the enemies and mutators that are there. It's not necessarily about your power level. So it's more about learning the enemies that are there. If you want to increase your power level and give yourself an easier time, then switch over to expeditions and run some expeditions. You get loot in expeditions, you progress towards endgame in Onslaught, is the basic rule of things. But Onslaught is terrible for loot. Just not enough drops. Alright, Scar, take it easy. Christian, I didn't, that one's kind of a matter of opinion. I've never gone through and timed them all, which I'm actually debating on doing. Actually, I might do that today. Well, I'll do that after I'm done, actually, with Ancient Power, because I'm going to need some crafting materials anyway. Go through every map and time how long it takes. Best thing to do with Kursakazi is not put anything in range. So, any tower, like ballistas, for example. I've got tenacity on my weapon mans through the automation shard. So, tenacity does handle Kursakazi. In fact, Kursakazi's hitting that flame aura all the way up there. Kind of pointless to have that flame aura there. It's not hitting anything. Throw a poison dart tower in somewhere. The thing is, as far as saying an actual this is the fastest thing to go, it depends on how fast the mobs come out. I mean, you can build all those maps like in no time flat. So it's not really a matter of building. It's more a matter of how fast do they come out. I'm going to guess off the top of my head it would be Gates of Dragonfall. But I don't know for sure that that's the case. Let's see. I think we good. Well, Frost Tower doesn't slow down. Frost Tower slows enemies, so yeah, I mean, it's good in all situations. There's no place where Frostbite is bad to use. But, I mean, it's nothing... You either use crowd control or you don't. There's nothing that would specifically make you want to use Frostbite on a Kursikaze lane. Siphon Sight D is a pretty quick one. That's for sure. What's going on there, Michael? Well, I say it all the time, Jack. Dungeon Defenders 2 has better quality of life and better graphics. Dungeon Defenders 1 has better gameplay. That's the thing too, Fisk. Like Bastille, you got the extra 45 seconds or whatever running around building that map, but those mobs come out fast. Super, super fast. It's a shard, Philip. It's not the shield itself, it's a shard. There's nothing special about weapons or shields in Dungeon Defenders. You use shards or mods to make everything special. Well, if you're just wanting experience and you're playing solo, I would say do public games there, CJ. Because there's a multiplayer bonus to experience gained for each additional player that's in the group. So you definitely want to do public games. I mean, you could just do it solo, but just realize you're getting less experience than you would if you played in a group. On the map, it looks like these guys are pushing through, but the real defense isn't until back here. It's the exact same game on all platforms, Juan. I got 4,000 Ascension and all Gilded Shards, dude. Try it with 4,000 Ascension and all Gilded Shards. And you'll smoke it. It's the exact same 100% same game on all platforms. There is no difference in difficulty between consoles. I mean, obviously the controls and the interface is different, and the beta from the communities is different. But as far as gameplay goes, there is zero difference between PC and PS4. Zero. Well, I mean, to get more talent caps, you have to push Onslaught and do Ancient Power, Michael. It's the only way. All heroes are the same with Ascension, CJ. You always go to crit chance and defense speed first, then go into crit damage, and then go into whatever tower or attack that you want to specialize that hero in. Thanks for subscribing there, Nuller. die already. These high roller lanes are more of an inconvenience than anything. Having to hide from roller rockets. Don't get me, roller. Yeah, getting close. There, Mirelis. Getting close. Look at this, 139 mobs is all in wave 5. I love it. No juice. What floor are we on now? We're on 57 now. So what, 22 more after this one? Yeah, finding the Heidi spots. This one's got a few. I mean, when the rollers are up there, it's easy. There's lots of places to hide. This makes a really good Heidi spot when it's on any of the other lanes right here. Because you can be inside of a weapon man for the assassins. And the rockets won't get you. It'll get you if they're coming from that lane. That's not a thing, Rainbow. This is my last reset, Joaquin. I'm not going to 70. I mean, there is no max for Ancient Power. You choose your max. You can keep going indefinitely. The highest right now is what, 200. Nictus has done 200 Ancient Power resets. I don't plan on doing that. I don't plan on doing another one. I mean, without the Ancient Power system changing again, I don't plan on doing any more AP. Stupid Cannon Ogre's gonna get my sub objective. Or nope, he got wrecked. Got a little hide hole over here. You're what, 90 minutes in there, Nicholas? Sorry I missed you there. Welcome. I'm not sure though, CJ. It depends. I'd say at a minimum another 30 minutes, but I don't know. Like I said, I just don't. I hurt all over. I want to vegetate a little. Nothing good. What am I going to play? Well, I've been playing a bunch of DD1. I want to play through... Astroneer actually has an end goal now, which Joe did the other day. I watched him stream it, and it looks pretty awesome. 7 Days to Die has got another huge update for their Alpha 17. I'd like to do a playthrough of it. I've got a whole list of Steam games that I've never touched that I'd love to play. So, I mean, I've got lots of choices. And, of course, DD2. I mean, the DD2 is not over. Just Ancient Power is. I'm just done with this grind. I mean, that's all it is a grind. But by doing this Ancient Power grind, I'm not able to do hero spotlights. I'm really not able to play groups with viewers. Which, that's what I want to be doing. I want to be doing hero spotlights. I want to be playing matches with you all. I don't want to be sitting here mindlessly grinding this crap solo over and over and over again. Omni joined me for a while, but, you know, he's playing other stuff. He's smart enough not to just sit here and bury his head in one game and do nothing else. Side lava womp womps. Got flyers up there too. The Nuke Monk will be first. I'm not going to really pump them out until after the next update comes, so we can see what poison changes to the game. But the Nuke Monk will definitely be first, because that one is very, very popular and very, very outdated. And, well, it's not extremely outdated. There's one mod change, but it's a mod change on every piece of gear. Nah, I don't plan on doing... I don't really do carries. Too bad Trendy doesn't sell AP points. Let's see, there we go. What do we want to do up top? Got controlled burn over there. That's unfortunate. Timmy over here. This map is going to take a month to run. A full-on month. Alright, it leaves me 240. I got Frosty Fodder. Gonna need a PDT. At least one. Preferably two, but I don't know if I got the DU for that. I'm gonna try to get two in. How many mobs we got? We got 140 mobs between the two lanes. Man, I don't like this at all. You know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm not gonna optimize the DU. I'll lose out on 10. Yeah, you get defender medals from doing daily quests, weekly quests, and just general gameplay. Oh crap, I forgot the pet again. God dang it. This map's gonna take forever. I'm gonna bail. Get my pet done. Good call there, cat. Let's get that pet fixed up. Might have to grab some more crappy food out of my... Let's see... Yeah, I don't have any food on me. I got some food right up over here. I don't mind the map, it just takes a long time. Uh-oh, what? Oh. The wife's talking to the TV. Let's see, let's grab some of these. What's going on, Liam? I'm doing good. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this guy fed up to 45. And there we go. We're good to go for 20 more levels on the pet. Because the last 5 points are, in my opinion, completely pointless. Keeksy. I just don't see a purpose in... I mean, the last 10 points I don't really see a purpose in, but the last 5 particularly is just bad, so I just don't see the point in doing it. Yeah, they've been teasing it, David, so hopefully we do get some info tomorrow. Nah, I don't have them all, Andy. I just don't really see a point in getting that Ancient Builder or the Ancient Respawn Time. The Ancient Respawn Time, I could see... It has a slight benefit. Oh my god, high rollers. I'm passing on this map. This one's worse than the last one. Mystery lanes and high rollers on a double lane? No thanks. Nah, pets are protected after Ancient Power Rainbow. So yeah, that's normal. I'm just leveling different stuff just to level them up for free. And not have to spend any of my pet boosters. I got 2 stacks of pet boosters. But I mean, why use your materials? That's what I'm saying, Joe. The drive was painful, David. Painful. Massive winter storm. It was ugly in all regards. That ship map runs bad on all platforms, Mega Rocket. It's terrible. It's that water. I think it's that rolling water in the background, personally. Because if you don't look at the water and you go down below, the map runs better. But the second you come up above and you've got the water on your screen, the performance goes to crap. We got no cyborgs here. There we go, we'll just do that. Actually, let's do this too. We do have Lady Orcs up in there. Winner is here. Indeed. Yeah, as a general rule, that's kind of what I do, Rainbow, usually. Nah, I drive a sedan, so it is not good for the snow. I had a good snow vehicle when we lived up in Tahoe, but we just don't get snow here where I live, so it's... Man, Kursakazi, that stinks. Having Kursakazi right there. Because it's going to hit that. That is not Kursakazi protected there. That's alright, we'll just do this. Let's see, do we have hex throwers? No, there's no hex throwers. That's a plus. Let me just jump off the ledge there. I'm using Destruction, Defense Rate, and Splody there, Andy. Let's see, let's get that up there too. And then that will leave me ballistas. Any rewards for getting to rank 100? There's a little achievements for various ascension levels, but none of them are a big deal. I think when you get, what, 2,000 or 2,500, you get a... Well, at like 1,500, 2,000, and 2,500, or something like that, you get a special title. Womp Womps are the Whomper lanes there, Jay. It means it's all melee mobs. It's all heavy melee mobs. So lots of orcs. Orcs and warboars and stuff like that. The heavier melee mobs. Let's see. Let's get a little something going over here. And we'll throw the rest in right here. Well, I've got a little benefit to that there, gamer, and that's I've got all the heroes. If you go to your titles screen there, Cal, it shows you how to get every title. You just scroll down to it. It tells you what you need to do. You hit escape and then go to title right here, and it will list all the titles. Or Grandmaster you can't get now. Grandmaster was for completing in the top 100 Was it top 100 or top 10? It was top 10. Grandmaster was for completing in the top 10 on each week of the Mastery races back when they were a thing. When Mastery first came out. Ooh, wrecked. Yeah, womp womp is a juice term. There's quite a few of those. It's the first thing that pops into my head when I see those lades. Nah, it's not a bug, Alpha. They changed fishers a while back. Fishers were a bit OP with the stacking, and they changed them so that they couldn't be stacked. I don't really want to invest into those since they're getting owned by the Kursakazi. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of them and do something else. It's pointless to have those up there. They're getting wrecked. The Kursakazi's putting the wreck on them. Let's get a little poison going here. I'm using nothing but gilded shards, Keeksy, so I don't invest into anything. Gilded shards, of course, are protected from ancient power resets, so I don't spend any gold, 0 gold when I do an AP reset. I've done that too, Fisk. You get spammy with it, you know. You sit there and click no over and over and over again through hundreds of rolls, and then you finally get to 10 out of 10. It's like, oops. I've done lots of spotlights with mods there, Rainbow, but yes, in answer to your question, I am going to redo them. I mean, I've done literally probably 100 different defense or hero spotlights with mods. Some are still valid, some not. Everything that's still current is in the playlist, in the exclamation spotlights. Get you a link to that playlist. See, let's get this Frosty Lane upped a little too. There we go. Just raining here. I imagine if you went 100 miles inland, it's probably snowing. It's there you go. That if you look check the spotlights playlist there, Rainbow, and make sure that's not in there. I got to go through and redo all those commands. Some of them are linking to older videos, I think. But everything that's in the spotlights playlist, the video may be old, but the information in the video is still relevant if it's on that playlist. I plan on doing one right now, David, but I'm hurting from that ride. That white knuckle, 17 hours of white knuckle driving in the snow. It's my back and all arms and legs and everything are killing me. I ended up having some really bad cramps in my calves when I got home. Of course, it woke me up. There's nothing worse. What's that? Oh, the wife's making fun of me, telling me I was screaming like a little girl. It hurt so bad, and waking up to pain like that, oh man. Both? There's not a hard... Just go to the Spotlights playlist and scroll through the stuff. You guys are just entering commands in, like you know what you're doing, and... You gotta just go to the playlist and scroll through it all. It's all right there. You copy paste it, Rainbow. Sometimes there's regional restrictions on the links. The Abyss Lord, I'm gonna do every hero, Keeksy, but the Abyss Lord is gonna be very low down the list. I like big damage heroes more than crowd control heroes, and the Abyss Lord is just not a big damage hero. The Abyss Lord is a lane controller. You're not going to get any big numbers on the Abyss Lord compared to the other heroes. Yeah, it's just rough driving that far. I've done it several times when I was young, but now that I'm old, Ramsters will be on there. I imagine I'm going to do Ramsters the same way I've already done them, so that Spotlight that's on there now is still current. Ramsters are going to be fire for me. They're going to be an anti-frost killer. That's just how I like to use Ramsters. Of course, you can build them for general lane clear stuff too and use them on any lane. But I just, I like having those go-to frost killer defenses. Alright, there's 58. Off to Frosty Painville. Frosty Painville. It's gonna be frosty, and it's gonna be pain. Let's see, Lalta just sent me a message. Anyone that's been having problems with their Steam account link on the new forums, they just unlinked it. So you just log back in with your email, and then you can unlink or link your Steam account again. I think that was it, right? Looks like it. You gave up on DD2? I know a lot of people have, Rain. I'm still keeping faith. I mean, I'm ready for an update, no doubt. Alright, what do we got here on this Frostyville? Throwers, healers, Zerkers, healers. Seems like a good ballista lane right there, huh? Let's throw one flame aura in. It's been that way for years, Michael. He's aware. Consoles have had performance issues since the day it launched. So it's nothing that they're not already aware of. And we got Kursakazi there. Swap it for PDTs on this side. Boy, the rain's starting to come down hard. I thought the storms were over. Apparently not. Yeah, something like that'll work. What do we got here? Cyfrost Vanguard Womp Womps. Stabby Kamikaze with proximity. Well, that's kind of nice. Proximity turns that into a free lane. For the most part. Oh, what the heck. Place already. Oh, nice Fisk. It's just all... did I just double? I just put another weapon man down. Maybe I should pay attention. I am on that map. I'm on the pay attention now map. He won't see rain again until monsoon season. Well, I mean, it is Arizona, you know. Let's see. Let's get the ballistas back. Kind of want to put one up high to cover the flyers too, just in case. It leaves me 550. That's not too bad. What do we got over here? We got a Spellbreaker lane, so I got the ballistas in hand, ready to go anyway. Perfect. Let's go 3 of them. And a node. Hopefully that will be good. And what do we got here? Omega Squad Gamma, and they're phased. And then we got winners here with Pile It On. Alright, well, let's pile it on then. Shall we? Let's see. Pile it on once more conditions. We got 2 conditions right now on the Weapon Man. Let's add a Poison Dart Tower for a 3rd condition. Let's just get 1 on each lane. Then that leaves me 80. It is winners here, so I'm going to go a little heavy on the Flamars on that side. That leaves me 50. Actually, let's just do the same thing. We'll do that, and then 1 LSA in the mid to clear it all up. Yeah, this map can be a pain in the butt, Joe, no doubt. Gets to have that burning strikes. Nah, there's no sight, Carmine. There's basically only 2 that you really even want to worry about. There's Electrocute, which is water and storm. And then there's Freeze, which is water and frost. It's the only 2 combos you really even want to concern yourself with, to be honest. The Ignite combo is completely broken. Well, it's not broken, but it just doesn't do very much damage. It works exactly as it's supposed to, but it's just very underwhelming. Let's see here. Need to get a Cronus Max for your Xbox. I don't even know what that is. Xbox, you can just plug a mouse and keyboard into it, can't you? No? It's got USB ports. Yeah, I agree there, Joe. I think a lot of people would agree with you there. People are raging about having the incursion type thing in an onslaught. I mean, the map is fine. It's just that mechanic. If they turned that mechanic off and left the map, but put in like regular bosses, and without having the Dragonlord come at the end, or maybe even have the Dragonlord come at the end, but just turning the dragon off. That, and it's so bugged, you know, constantly getting 2, sometimes 3 dragons flying around, freezing everything on you. It's just beyond irritating. Throw y'all stuff at me, Quibbly. Thank you so much for subscribing there, Boom Dude. Appreciate it. Yep, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Did you read the patch notes for 7 Days to Die there, Joe? They've got all kinds of toggles, which are kind of good. Turning up XP, turning up blood moons. Like Omni and I were talking about doing like a cranking the loot way up and cranking the XP way up, but then making it so that a blood moon came every night. That would be pretty darn cool. It'd keep you on your toes, that's for sure. I mean, you'd have to have the loot cranked and the XP cranked, I think. See, I think this looks fishy. It does. See, I got 2 dragons. One of them is invisible. You could see it when it first flew down, and then it went invisible. So 2 completely different areas got frozen. That's the bug I'm talking about. It's not like it's once in a while. It's almost every time you do the map. So, like, I'm really going to have to pay attention here, considering it's only wave 3. Because I've got multiple dragons coming now. Ah, we could still play multiplayer. I mean, if we did a playthrough like that, it would be quick. We wouldn't need the server, you know? We could just do it through Steam. I mean, we'd be done with it in one sitting. We'd either be completely decked out or completely owned. No way, Omni. Every night. Don't be scared. Don't be scared there, pumpkin. We'll protect you. Piercer servo is designed for the shields, not for piercing mobs. Carmine, so yeah. Just the shields. You gotta ignite them is the deal there, Boom Dude. So the Huntress, for a brand new player, the Huntress is the only way you're going to be able to kill it without just timing it out. So you want to oil it and hit it with fire damage. So your oil flask ability from a Huntress will oil it, and then your number 3 ability, your Phoenix, is fire damage and will ignite it. Later on down the road, you'll get a shard that allows you to ignite, have a chance on igniting enemies on hit. We spawn in the desert, it's insta teleport there, Omni. It's not insta rip, it's insta teleport. Well, part of that, Joe, was the experience, but they changed that, didn't they? I thought they buffed builder experience, where you get more XP for building now. Like I have any chance of getting devs to do anything in DD2 there, Ryan. Come on now, man. I got no pull. I'm just another player as far as Trendy's concerned. I mean, I get the hero codes and stuff to give away, but that's it. I mean, I don't have any pull affecting gameplay in any way. Boy, wouldn't that be nice. We'd have survival mode and badass pets. See, don't you hate it when your pet womps a womp womp because the womp womp womped you for womping a womp womp? Oh yeah. I don't hate it though, I like it. My pet can do all the womp womps at once. What, am I going too slow for you there, Rainbow? Is that the deal? I'll make sure to go faster next map. Oh, you know that. If I was in charge, Fisk, the EV2 would be a double jumping mofo. I mean, how does that not make sense for a shard? You can even... The shard is already named. Pneumatic springs or mechanical springs or something like that. It could just make sense. Give the EV2 a damn double jump shard, for God's sakes. Do it, Trendy. Do it! Give every hero a double jump shard for that matter, but the EV2 specifically, the whole theme makes sense. You know? Give us that double jump, for God's sakes. I like that Fun Witch build, Tammy, the one that's in the Hero Spotlights. It allows you to really use every ability, and it actually, you benefit from using every ability. That's one thing about the Gun Winch. Besides the double jumping and the ability to fly around, her abilities are just cool. I mean, every one of them is fun to use. It's not like, you know, the Gun Witch isn't like, a lot of heroes are like, there's one thing that's fun to do. The Gun Witch, everything is fun to do. I mean, I'm going to be playing a lot more Gun Witch here in just a few hours' time as soon as these resets are done. I love me some Gun Witch. Jesus, Omni, you're still in King's Game? Or you're doing it over again? I can show you the build I do later on. I need to get me another lupine as well. Alright, what was that? God, it's only 59. 21 more maps. 21 more maps. Ugh. There ain't no way I'm doing all 21 today. I'll probably do a few more and then call it a day here. Yeah, the Gun Witch is an absolute blast, no doubt. See what kind of... See, we got a decent Frostfire. Not really. I'm going to be farming that later in the week. At the latest, I'll have these resets done tomorrow. That'll give me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Or Sunday and Monday. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. To farm Frostfire. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, wow. Lots of Headstrong, huh? It's alright. Lots of Headstrong and no Cyborgs over here, anyway. Can't imagine that won't kill everything, right? I'll put, I'll put a PDT down as last resort. Winter is here. 107 of them. The Mega Squad Iota, Cyborgs, Pilot on. Alright, well, let's get some poison down. What else we want? Let's just go heavy ballistas. Getting ballistic all up in here. There we go. That should wreck them. And then we're armored with no cyborgs over here. Wow, that's freebie, freebie, freebie. Thank you for the freebie, Trendos. Thank you very much. Let's see. Let's throw one more Lightning Strike Aura on the Zerker lane. Just walls and auras work really, really good in Chaos 4. You want flame auras up front and lightning strike auras at the back towards your walls. That way the lightning strike auras will kill the lady orcs. But that's definitely kind of meta. Alright, Rainbow, take it easy. There's literally hundreds of pushing onslaught videos on the channel, Nicholas. So now, the last thing I want to do is push onslaught again. The very last thing I want to do. And there's literally hundreds of onslaught videos on the channel. So, yeah, that is definitely 100% not going to be a thing. If I wanted to keep pushing Onslaught or keep playing Onslaught in general, I'd keep doing AP resets. I mean, I did, what? I did up to floor 300 and something on stream. So take what I did up to floor 300 plus, add 600 more hours, and you'll be at floor 900. It's rinse and repeat, exact same thing, over and over and over and over again. Nothing new. I mean, once you get up to 900, you're going to have to start doing some massive crowd control stacking. Those guys, well, I talked to Nictus about the strategies he's using anyway. He stacks every crowd control in the game. All of them. He'll have Weapon Mans, Geyser Traps, Earth Shatter Towers. Absolutely everything. He told me back like a month ago that the ideal lane for him now, or the ideal setup, is to be able to put 400 DU into lanes. So that, of course, requires you have free lanes. Like Timmy. Timmy only lanes are just kind of a joke, and they're kind of a joke at that level too. Yeah, reflect beams have always been beast. We used to use reflect beams back years ago. Zombie Wookiee has been using them with mass destruction. Zombie Wookiee and Dukin did a big push. I think Zombie Wookiee's on his own now though. Yeah, all CC in every lane. So at floor 900 plus, you'd put every usable bit of CC in every single lane. Just hard-hitting single target defenses there, Morellis. Lightning Strike RS, Cannonballs do really well. There's no substitute for killing them yourself, though. see. Let's hit these guys up since we got a cannon ogre up here. I think that's all we got. There's no lane mutators that I'll auto-roll. There's maps that I will. I'm sick of doing Nimbus Reach. I would just as soon never do Nimbus Reach again, ever. And I'm sick of Assault on Throne Room. I'd just as soon never do that map again. I mean, like ever. In the history of time of me playing DD2, I just don't ever want to do those maps again. Nimbus Reach particularly. I mean, I've done Nimbus Reach in various forms. Thousands, literally thousands of times. And I'm just done with it. I just have no interest in Nimbus Reach ever again. Well, at the top, it goes, at the cap, it goes up from 51 to 80, Zeus, so you go floor 51 to 80. Once you hit this point. It never goes higher than that. See, I reset every time right at 80. There's just no point in going past. Not going to be anywhere near my minimum onslaught floor, or my highest onslaught floor, and I'm not going to be anywhere near my highest ascension, so once you start resetting, it's best, that's why it's best to climb onslaught first, and then you do minimum resets. As soon as it lets you reset after that, then you reset and get your next one going. Because at that point, it's all about time. It's all about how many resets can you get done as fast as possible. You know? Your very first time resetting, though, you want to push as high as you can. Assuming you've never reset before. So push until you can't complete maps any longer. What floor is this anyway? Oop, wrong button. Floor 60. Ugh, this reset's going slow. It's because it's the last one. I want it to be over with too bad. I'm right on par for that 7-hour mark though. I've been streaming 2 hours and 20 minutes. So on stream anyway, it's about 7 hours per reset. It's RNG there, Jay. You might get it right away. It might take you hundreds of hours. Statistically, you would have to do like 100 plus maps to have a 99% probability of getting one Deadly Strike Shard. So don't do the math and go with luck instead. If you get lucky, you'll get it in one run. But that would be some luck, let me tell you. I'm going to switch my Gunwitch now. Zeus, I'm going to use Frostfire Remnants, Grave Infection, and this one right here. Piercing Ice Chip is what I'm going to use. Actually, you can't go without Focused AP. So I'll use Piercing Ice Chip, Focused AP, and then probably Frostfire is what I personally will be using. You definitely want Focused AP. You either want that Piercing Ice Chip. Oops, map's over. You either want Piercing Ice Chip or Piercer Servo, or Piercer Chip. Piercing Ice Chip is going to be better. But Piercing Ice Chip is going to also be specialized to the Ice Needle. Where Piercer Servo applies to everything, but it's not as good. The only really required shard on a Gunwitch, because you can even get around the Piercer and just use the different abilities when you get geodes. But the only really required shard is Focused AP. There's so much benefits for you using Focused AP that you don't want to not use it. You know, you want to have that on there. It's the best Gunwitch shard. Well, nobody can answer that for you there, Jay, but the EV is a great hero. No doubt about it. Let's see. Armored. I think we'll just spawn camp them and hope we don't get stunned. Let's take that route. We'll hope for the best. See if we can't outrange them. Something like that. What do we got up top? Actually, this is not too bad. Throwers, healers. No cyborgs here. So we good. We good, yeah. Went a little heavy on the weapon mans there, but that's alright. Alright, now up here, even though we have long shot, I've got proximity and pilot on the flyer lane. So I want long shot would mean don't use this spawn camp setup. However, on this particular map, I am always going to use the spawn camp this lane because I like having a free flyer lane. So basically all this stuff that's killing this lane will kill the flyers that are coming through there. Timmy gonna get wrecked. Let's see, it leaves me 60. Let's go with two flames. And we good. Yeah, that particular mod is just Ice Chip is a different mod. That mod is called Piercing Ice Chip. The Ice Chip is the frost damage mod. Piercing Ice Chip, that's the only way to get it is through Ancient Power. It's a prestigious mod. So either you have a chance of getting one doing an AP reset, and then you have a chance of getting one every 10 floors in Onslaught. On PC you hit J. That should be easy for you to remember there, Jay. You hit J, it shows up. And then on consoles, I believe it's the up on the D-pad. Somebody can correct me there on that. There's plenty of console players watching. It used to be up on the D-pad. Definitely gonna have to up this lane. These berserkers are gonna sneak through on me. You can buy it, Zeus. You can buy it from another player. They're for sale pretty commonly. I mean, if you don't have luck and get it in Onslaught, then just, you know, look around player markets and buy it. They're pretty cheap. They're really common. Up on D-pad and left button. Alright, fair enough. no really wrong choice on what hero to get. The only thing I suggest is always get builders before you get DPS heroes. Woo! Shieldy Gob's making a run. Dude was rushing it. Holy crap, man. Like he had a speed boost there or something. Dude was cooking. Well, you just have to look at it. They're pro ace. Resets every day at midnight Eastern time. You just got to get in the habit of looking at it every day when you log in, you know? Oh, he punched it back till Monday now. Oof. Well, I was hoping we were going to get news tomorrow, but apparently not, if he just said that. I personally would get the EV before the Dryad, but that's just me. There's nothing wrong with getting the Dryad first. It's completely up to you. I mean, my favorite hero is the EV, so of course I'm going to say that. Besides the fact of her being extremely overpowered right now. Most people would say that the weapon manufacturers with shocking revelations and water are the strongest thing in the game right now, though. Crowd control is greater than all things. So if you can stop enemies from progressing, it doesn't matter what your damage output is. If they can't move forward, you're not gonna lose. But on the same note, the Dryad's super strong, really fun to play. And nothing wrong with her either, so... You know, it's just a what you want to do kind of thing. One more flyer. I think I'll do this floor and then one more, and then probably call it a day. I'm like I said, I'm sorry to have a shorty. Gonna be right at the 3-hour mark, but I'm just beat down. That drive was just rough. It's no fun driving through on a long trip when you're stressed out the entire time. Cars sliding around all over the road and whatnot. It's just, it wears on you. Every hero is basically the same there, Kingjoy, as far as defenses go. Destruction, defense rate, deadly strikes. As far as the hero goes, every hero's got their own shards. It's not like there's choices. You either have the hero-specific shards or you don't. With defenses, there's lots of choices, but the best in slot for just about everything in the game is destruction, defense rate, deadly strikes. With those 3 shards, you can clear all the content in the game. Nothing else is, no other shards are required. Everything else is an option. Oh crap, did I just stop that upgrade or did it complete? I think it completed. Not even sure. Yeah, it's a grind. I mean, getting those is a grind. People talk about how I sat there and played for hours and I did 30 maps and I never got one. It's like, dude, if you have any idea how low your chances of getting one after running 30 maps is, it kind of makes you chuckle. But of course, as a newer player coming to the game, they're like, what? What are you talking about? You know? Alright, Jay, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. But, I mean, it's a grind game. It's a free-to-play grind game. So, many maps required to get anything. You know, do you have the chance of getting it instantly? Sure you do. It's like any other RNG type game. You've got the chance of getting it on your first try. But it's not very likely. What's my guess for tomorrow? Well, if they're putting the news off till Monday, my guess is they're going to blow off Trendy Friday Fun and not do it again. And we're not going to hear anything from them other than a Twitter giveaway. There will be a Twitter giveaway tomorrow if they don't do Trendy Friday Fun. But that would be my guess. I don't think they'll do a stream tomorrow. They might. But I know they're busy. And if they're not ready to talk about new info, the last thing Lalta's going to want to do is a stream where people are constantly badgering him trying to get info. Can't imagine it would be a very good time for him. Alright, we got the Dead Road. Phone keeps beeping at me. Quit your beeping. That's what somebody just said. Uchiha said Lalta said big news coming on Monday. Let me look and see if they put up a Twitter post. Or if that was just in Discord or whatever. Let's see. No, no Twitter post. So it must have been a Discord message or something. Yeah, Discord. Alright, let's see what we got. Slickelions with long shot. We'll go like this so we can double dip on the flyers, but then let's get a little long shot up in here. I think just one ballista will take care of it. Winners here with Headstrong. That will be 0 amounts of fun there. Got no Frost Orcs in it, but we know we will have Frost Orcs in it. Let's do that, and we'll keep those ballistas as a last resort down there. Alright, Omega Squad Beta, but we got the flyer lane up top. So, let's go with the spawn camp anyway. I mean, I didn't expect to get any news at any time soon based off of what they've told us previously. I mean, it was less than a month when Lalta said they'd have news in a month. It hasn't been a month yet, you know? So, I mean, I'm surprised to hear anything at all. So I'm stoked they're giving us info. Plain motes, they sell for like between 4 to 5 mil a stack. They will sell instantly. If you put them higher than that, somebody will buy them, but it might take a little while. But at 4 to 5 million a stack, they will be gone within seconds of putting them up. At least, at a minimum, it'll take minutes for them to go, but they'll be gone fast. Plain motes are probably the easiest way to make gold in the game right now, particularly for a newer player. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? We got 4 Zerkers, so let's throw in some lightning strikes. Got no Zerks over here. Let's see if we can just throw 1 in the mid. I think that'll work. Alright, Jay, take it easy. Shiny motes are not near as much. Shiny motes are the most common mote. Well, I mean, pristines are the most common. So that's not necessarily true. Shinies would be number 2. It basically goes in reverse order. Pristine motes are the cheapest, shinies are the mid-tier, and plains are the most expensive. And it's because the people who are going to use plain motes are the people doing a bunch of ancient power resets. And they've got stacks and stacks and stacks of shinies. Or of pristines. And like I said, shinies are the most common just because the bulk of the player base is in the Chaos 4 through 6 realm. And that's where shiny motes drop. So shiny motes go for like a mil and a half. Same thing, you can put them up higher, but you're going to have to sit on them for a while until somebody buys them. If you want them to sell quick, they're going to go for like $1 million a stack. Alright, Carmine, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. I think I'll do a recorded video later, just because, like I said, I am just beat down. I hate to constantly neglect the late night stream, but it was really been a rough last couple of days. So I'll probably just do a little recorded and edited content. Lingering Hellfire is actually really bad, Josh. It's not good in any means. What's going on, Nico? Tuvu, there's a video in my guides and tutorials channel talking about returning players and talking about where you left versus where you would be right now. I would suggest watching that. Yeah, I went and picked her up there, Nico. She's home. Well, thanks, sir, Uchiha. I appreciate it. It was a brutal drive through a massive winter storm. What could have been as easy as like a 4-hour drive turned into like a 17-hour drive. Shoot, man, that cannon ogre. Don't shoot at it! Oof, man, that was close. Thought I was going to lose the sub-objective there. The shot speed and projectiles, Omni, and then you want your damage, or you want your elemental damage to be 10% of your weapon damage. So like if you get your weapon damage to 20,000, you would want your elemental damage to be 2,000. So it's a 10-to-1 ratio on that weapon. That's to make sure that each individual hit gives it a chance for the genie to proc. But projectiles, shot speed, it should go to +4 projectiles and I think 6 per second shot speed. And then after that, you'd want to balance that elemental and weapon damage at the 10%. And then, of course, any excess you'd want to go into casting speed, because you're going to be upgrading while you're using it. Just, you know, remember it's not a DPS weapon. Shoot. Draken Lord is... Wait till he comes unignited. There we go. Yeah, I've done Terraria on the channel before, Nico. It's an incredible game. Awesome, awesome game. You can ask me whatever you want there, Nico. I don't know if I'll know the answer to it, though. I'm not a Terraria expert. I'm just a Terraria fan. Deadly Strikes is from Chaos 3 Shard Packs there, Arter. Chaos 3. Nice. Congrats there, Artur. Welcome to the beginning. Chaos 7 is where the grind begins. No, there's nothing legitimate that has a reference, Alexis, because prices change constantly. Every day prices change. And it's a super small player base with a small percentage of people that have tons of gold. So it messes with the market prices constantly. The only market price sheet I've ever seen had some serious wrongness in it. So I can't really suggest it. It was just not even close. Ancient Power is a prestige system there, Archer. I'm not sure the specifics on that one, Nico. I do know that after you do it once, it has a chance of coming every night. It's a chance of type thing. But once you kill it the first time, then I mean, theoretically, it could be there every night. I mean, the odds of that happening, obviously, are non-existent. Yeah, plain moat prices are completely ridiculous. I need, like, another... Well, see, I'm going to grind a bunch of stuff out. Some of the stuff I'm not going to level up. Some of the stuff that I had dialed in before. Because the setups are not perfect on it anymore. And the mods aren't perfect. So I am going to... I'm going to spend a lot of crafting materials. Thousands of everything. I mean, as far as moats go... I'm going to spend literally thousands of every moat. But I'm not going to do everything that I had originally planned to. Just because I think it would be, if you look at the time required to get to replace the mods on already Chaos 7 gear, I think the time required would be less than it would be to get those moats. Your focus should just be getting to Chaos 7, Ethan. When you're first starting the game is all about shards, so don't worry about your ascension level, that comes. Don't worry about your champion score, that's only used just to unlock the next tier. Besides that, has little value. But the shards you find along the way will really add or hinder your experience for sure. Anyway, all that is going to do it for today, though. Thank you all so much for swinging by. I do appreciate you a ton. I'm not going to do the late stream tonight. I'm going to do a recorded video instead. So there should be an edited video that hits the channel within, like, say, 5 or 6 hours, something like that. I'm going to get that knocked out. But thank you all an absolute ton for swinging by. I do appreciate y'all very much. And no info tomorrow. Looks like we're going to have to wait till Monday, Trendy says. So, more info coming on Monday. So, everyone have a great rest of your day, and hopefully the week is going well. And I'll be back live. Is today Wednesday or Thursday? Today's Thursday. So, tomorrow's daytime stream is going to be on Twitch at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then I will be back on YouTube later on. So, I will probably finish this Ancient Power reset, my final one, tomorrow on Twitch. So if I do, I may end up doing giveaways or something associated with that. If I do, I will post a video up for it later on. So keep an eye out on the channel. So thank you all so much. Everyone have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all soon. Take it easy.